If you need level 40, unlimited, limited, clutch time, domination, triple threat, or anything else on your 2K account grinded, contact Rose NBA on Twitter and let them know X sent you. Alright, small forwards, the best ones in 2K22 Myteam right here in a wonderful little tier list. Now I will say there's a second page on here and they don't look too massively different, but there is going to be a second tier on here just because there were so many that I wanted to put in the top two that I just had to I had to move the list just a little bit to include those. So if you enjoyed this, let me know your favorite small forward that you personally use or just your starting small forward right now down in the comment section below. And we're just going to start it off fast format, like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff, and let's just I guess hop right into it, starting it off with our wonderful hard pass tier, which is starting off with some, I guess, old friends. First off in Sean Elliott. Sean Elliott, pretty good card, pretty fun card. Does have jump shot 29, a jumper that I think most of us kind of like. Problem is, outdated card, doesn't really dribble too much, and it's on normal timing. No, thank you. There's literally no reason to ever use a Peja Stojakovic card. They have not dropped a good Peja in so damn long. Yes, he's 6'9". Yes, he's got good size and usually can shoot. And even with the jump shot changed to 4 from set shot 4, just still not good. Please don't use Peja. Paul Pierce, they just decided to ignore Paul Pierce when it comes to the whole like old cards getting Evo updates. Pierce should have been better when he first came out, and now still is just really underwhelming. I really don't know what it did to him, but yeah, he's down there. Glenn Robinson, another one of the cards. He just dropped in the beginning of the year. I honestly don't 100% know why I decided to include him. He just kind of was... It was kind of the vibe that I was getting off, that I should just, give him a little love. So I included Glenn Robinson here because he was a GOAT back when he first came out. He's just not really all that amazing anymore. Next, my man Giannis. This is obviously for a gold card. He's actually pretty damn solid. It's just... I mean, it's a free gold card, Giannis. There's obviously only so much that you can do to really make him crazy, but he's fun, and I do like him, and he's good on defense, just kind of about it. Next is my man Joe Wallace. Again, another outdated card, but it's just kind of fun to run. The guy's got good defense, he's got good finishing, he's all around a pretty good card. George Gervais, another outdated card. There were so many good small forwards that I kind of just picked up some older bad ones to put down here in the hard pass tier, and Gervais is kind of one of these. I've never liked this Gervais card. I still think he's bad, so he's sitting down there. Devin George, if I'm not mistaken, it's just like Carmelo Anthony, just with just bad. And then you have him. Deadlift Shrimp has jump shot 40 in the normal timing, which at this point in the year just literally is no point in using. It's so easy to contest. It's so easy to block, and he's literally no better than his diamond that dropped weeks earlier. Danny Granger, same thing with Len Robinson, just an older, outdated card that dropped the jump shot 29 on normal and has a bad dribble style. Corey Kispert is actually pretty fun to use because he's got the rail and base, but is essentially just a cone that can only shoot threes, and at this point, that is not what I'm looking for my team. And then Chris Mullen was fun when he first dropped because he had jump shot 22, decent defense, good finishing, but obviously now he can sit there in the hard pass tier. Starting off the still decent, we got my man Trey Murphy. After Evo gets Trey Young's base on quick, and I personally really like the Trey Young base, but I just don't think on quick that it's fast enough right now with all the very quick jumpers that we're getting, and all the crazy juice defenders like Bobby Jones that are free right now. So Trey Murphy's sitting down there still decent. Kenny Walker is a jump shot 4 guy on quick with a basically just a really good slasher, and he's super tall, but I just feel like I'm never actually like finishing any of the things inside, so he just doesn't feel as good as he should, so I'm knocking him down just for that one. Juan Toscano Anderson, just kind of saw him as a Ruby. He's decent enough. Jump shot 21 on quick, good dunker, not bad. James Posey has jump shot 16 on very quick. That Wally Zerbiak jumper, very fast, very easy to get the jumper off. But even with some good defense, I don't see a whole lot of reason to really use him. I don't know why that took me so long to think about, but yeah, it's just like good, but meh, in my opinion. Gerald Green is a nice jump shot 70 guy on quick, great slasher. I think it's a decent dribble style and can play some defense. Can also play the 2 at his height, which is really nice. But all around, I still think Max a still decent card personally. Next is my man Evan Turner. Evan Turner is basically a small forward that can play the point guard. I like his jumper. I like he's got good defense, and he's got great size for the PG. It's just now that everybody's getting taller PGs, his novelty is not really what it once was, because he used to be one of the only tall PGs. Next is my man Deandre Hunter, who I wanted to put higher, but just doesn't have Hall of Fame badges. It doesn't feel crazy. He is the best stat fire in the entire game, and it is literally not even close. Jump shot 32 on quick is absolutely money, just slightly slower version of the Seth Curry jumper. I absolutely love it. He's got good defense, good height to play the 2. For Sapphire, he's amazing, but in the grand scheme of things, definitely a little underwhelming. My man Bruce Bowen and Shane Battier both are 3-and-D demons. They both essentially shoot with jump shot 40 on very quick and have good defense, but in my opinion, jump shot 40, even on very quick, is too easy to contest, so I'm personally leaving both these guys in the still decent tier. I think that they do some things really, really well, but there's just cards that also do that and are just better. Sean Marion, I just hate his jumper. I think it's too easy to contest, and I'm just personally not a big fan of it. If you have some fun with him, I'm glad for you. I hope that all of the things in the world work right for you. I personally just do not like the Sean Marion. I really haven't liked any version of Sean Marion that we've gotten in a long time. Next, my man Iggy, who is a great defender and does have his jumper on quick, which is pretty nice and is really easy to time, just very outdated. Carmelo Anthony, normal timing jumper, slasher dribble style, but still is money off the catch, so I left him in still decent. And I also kind of just needed one more person to put it still decent tier, so I found Melo. Starting off our pretty damn solid, we have RJ Barrett, one of my favorite pink diamonds when he first dropped. Got the Rudy Gay jumper on quick, great dribbling, feels so smooth on the court, and his defense is also really good. All around, he's definitely a super solid, super fun card, but there's for sure cards that are maybe a little bit better, but I still think he's super fun. Next is my man Mike Dunleavy. I thought for a second that Mike Dunleavy had jump shot 40, but he's actually got jump shot 4 on very quick. A good dribble style, good defense. He got good size, so you can run him at the 2 very, very well. And overall, just feels like a really fun all-around shooting guard. Small forward, love Mike Dunleavy. Michael Porter Jr. is great for a 6'10" guy, but just doesn't move as well as some other guys, even his size, which is a little bit, I guess, daunting to use, but he can finish well. He's super tall with really good playmaking. He's got a good jumper, although it is a little bit baited, and his defense is decent enough, so pretty damn solid it is. Justice Winslow. Super fun card. Guy's got jump shot 20, is a great playmaker, has really good defense, good size for the 2, is all around pretty fun. Wish his jumper was on very quick because you just got a Matisse Thybulle who's essentially him but better, but you know, what can you do? Next, maybe a hot take for me, and it's Kawhi Leonard going into pretty damn solid tier. Now, Kawhi has his jumper on quick and doesn't have the ability to speed burst. There's really no reason, I think, to put him super high. Kawhi is essentially just a 3-and-D cone, and for a Kawhi Leonard card, that's not really what I'm looking for. So eventually we'll get, you know, obviously a invincible Kawhi that's got just as good a defense and all that sort of stuff, because Kawhi plays defense just different. But I think this one right now, at least to me, it's underwhelming. He's just as good as his diamond, and I don't really see too much of a difference to use really either of them right now. Next, my man Jeff Green with jump shot 50. I personally love, honestly. It's so easy to time. His defense feels good. The rebounding is nice. All around, just Jeff Green has been a super fun card for me. Glenn Rice just doesn't have a jumper on very quick. And I'm going to be honest, base 98 just doesn't feel as good as it did in previous years. Jump shot 3 is the new base 98 right now. Jump shot 3 is probably the best jumper in the game. And base 98 on quick, just honestly, it's kind of baited. I'm not going to lie. And he can dribble around and still do stuff. It's still Glenn Rice. He's still fun. I just don't think he's as good as he's been in previous years, and people just kind of overrate base 98 this year. But next up is my man Elgin Baylor. Elgin is great. Brook Lopez jumper on quick and can play the 2 guard really well for a 6'6" guy. I've personally had a lot of fun with Brook Lopez, with the Brook Lopez base and this Elgin Baylor, so I'm a fan. Next is my man Denny Avdia. Now I'm putting Denny here because as a off-ball point guard, he is probably one of the best cards in the entire game. Probably a top 10 PG that you can run if you don't use him as a main primary ball handler. But if you use Denny as a small forward, I honestly think he's like a still decent tier. He's just a catch and shoot guy that can play make a little bit with a fundamental dribble style. So I'm putting him kind of like in the middle. I feel like you could put him as a baby demon PG and like a still decent small forward. So I'm putting him in the middle at pretty damn solid. Denny is currently my starting point guard on, I think, both of my accounts, so there's really no reason for me to, or you to think that I'm like unfairly hating on Denny. I still personally use him as my PG. I just don't think he's as good as some other guys you can use at either position. Next is Jonathan Kaminko, who's just a baby Giannis. Has the Giannis jumper on very quick. He's got absolutely godly defense and just feels really good on the court, but sometimes gets his ankles broke maybe a little bit too often. And then next up is Cam Reddish, who's basically just RJ Barrett and has the Paul George jumper on quick. Absolutely love this Cam Reddish as that normal leaner. Feels super smooth, feels super clean, just a great card in general. And then we got my man Antoine Walker, who they also gave jump shot for. Antoine is just one of those guys who is a small forward that has absolutely got like center level post game every single year, so you can just putt people even at his size and his position really, really well and really, really effectively, and it's always kind of fun. The finishing is always really good. He's got good defense now and is a godly shooter. All around, I think Walker is a pretty good card, all things considered. Starting the baby demon, we got my man Vince Carter. I know a lot of people love this Vince Carter. I'm personally not the most high on Vince as other people are, but he still is a godly slasher, has a very easy to time jumper. I just think it's a bit baited and the defense is kind of bad, but it's still Vince. He's still good. Next is my man Terry, the guy, the dentist. I mean, Terry is just, he's fun, man. Really good jumper on quick. Basically, he's just this, what is it? Who am I looking for? Oh, there's RJ Barrett, just kind of all around better, if we're being, I guess, 100% honest with ourselves. He's just RJ, but better. Next, my man Robert Covington, and now it's kind of blanking me what jumper that Robert Covington has. I'm pretty sure it's like 63 or 62, something along those lines, on very quick, and it's actually a really good jumper. And he's 6'8", can play the 2. He's got good defense. He's got good playmaking. All around, Rocco is super good, especially for a free diamond. So he got the baby demons here. Richard Dumas has a jump shot 22 on quick, and it is a little bit baited, but I still think it's a really good jumper that a lot of people can use very effectively. He's got really good slashing. He's 6'8" and has godly defense. So all around, I think Richard Dumas, at least for me, can keep this baby demons here. Maybe for a little bit longer. May drop down just because some people aren't a big fan of 22 on quick, but yeah, I'm a fan. Next, my man Mike Miller. Mike Miller, I actually almost put up into the demons tier because I honestly love this Mike Miller card so much. Like, this card is just insanely fun. I really don't feel like it's very hard to use him. He's got 22 on very quick. He literally does everything at a high level. Is stupid fun to use and just really does everything. If you want to just another version of like Jimmy Butler, you got this Mike Miller. The only thing that I've noticed with Mike Miller is that his stamina is like Thanos snapped. Honestly, at random times, like he'll go from having a bunch of stamina to literally nothing, and it's actually super frustrating. But aside from that, really good card. Next up, my man Mchale Bridges. I love this card going for him on the new account, and I absolutely love this Mchale Bridges. He's got 80 on very quick. He's got absolutely insane defense. Just one of those guys who just finds a way to get stops every single time down at court, and still has godly finishing with a super long wingspan. Mchale Bridges, at least in my opinion, is one of the best small forwards in the game. Next, my man Matisse Thybulle. I called him the best Galaxy Opal in the entire game yesterday, and I strongly believe that. He has jump shot 20 on very quick, has the shifty dribble style, and Matisse Thybulle, if you use his Ruby, you know he probably has some of the best defense in the entire game, and it's not even close. One of the most fun cards to use. It literally just feels godly on the court. Larry Bird's glitched. Larry Bird essentially just got juiced up at dunking and athleticism, and it is super godly with this Larry Bird. I personally am a big fan of his jumper. Some people may be not, but I'm a big fan of the Larry Bird jumper. His defense has actually been crazy this year. Like, Larry Bird hits different on defense, and I'm here for it. I am a fan, so I'm keeping him up here, although some people may knock him down just a little bit. Next up, one of my favorite opals in Lamar Odom. Just another one of those guys who can just seemingly do whatever the hell he wants on a court, and it's super fun. Essentially, he's Paul George with a faster jumper and taller, which is always a W. Cassie Russell is one of our beautiful friends with the jump shot 3 base, and obviously it's super fun. Cassie can just get open at will, do whatever the hell he wants because his jumper is so fast, and it's always super nice, but he is a bit undersized even as a shooting guard at this point in the year. Jamal Wilkes has jump shot 94, which is that like Evan Mobley jumper, but it's on very quick, and he can play the 2. Jamal Wilkes, when he had this diamond from domination early in the year, was just one of those guys who you literally couldn't score on, and this dark matter is literally no different. Just takes nearly 2,000 games to get, so most people probably won't have him. And then last but not least is Cincinnati Powell, who has the XM base on very quick and just feels like a really just good all-around card. I just never really got the chance to get him because I don't really touch Unlimited like that. Don't think I've played a game in about 3 seasons. And then we got a few more here on this page with Anthony Davis, who is, in my opinion, one of the best small forwards. It's just he has really no playmaking, kind of the same thing that I did with Kawhi, or I feel like he feels clunky on a court. I personally love his jumper and I love the defense that he brings, but with that, just not a great dribble style, I couldn't put him higher, even though he can play the 2 at 6'10". Andrew Wiggins is basically just another like Richard Dumas kind of player where we have a jump shot 22, this time on very quick, have godly defense, and we can play the 2 guard, which is absolutely insane. As a shooting guard, honestly, I think this Wiggins is a demon tier card. Stupid fun and dunks on literally everybody. Andre Karolinko, like I said, with base 98 on Glenn Rice. I just don't think it's as good as it's been in previous years. This AK is still good because it's AK. His defense is crazy. His playmaking feels good, and his shooting is godly, especially off catch. I just don't think base 98 is as good as it's been, so he gets the baby demon tier. Alex English is basically just Alex English is dark matter Carmelo with a slightly slower jumper. And then Albert King is a Ray Allen base absolute demon, insanely hard to get. Luckily, I got him for my friend, didn't get him for myself, which is a little bit unfortunate, but absolutely amazing card. One of the best. And then we got the Demons tier, starting off with Tracy Mcgrady's Invincible. I mean, Trey base on very quick, almost 99 in every single stat, and almost every single Hall of Fame badge. It's Tracy McGrady. Every single time we get a T-Mac that is basically almost 99 every single stat, he's in the Demons tier. Scotty Pippen, this one's kind of new. Scotty's usually like, even if he gets an Invincible, like capped out at like the baby demon tier, but this Scotty's just great. I think jump shot 30 is better than it's been. His defense feels stupid good this year, and it's just really easy to use Scotty, so he gets some love up here. Richard Jefferson's probably the best free card that we've ever received in 2K, aside from maybe that Bill Russell or Taco Fall last year. I mean, jump shot 49 and very quick is disgusting. His dribbling is absolutely insane. The defense is godly. Like, everybody puts him on the primary ball handler, and he just shuts it down all around. One of the best cards in the entire game right now, and the dude was free. Paul George is up next, and PG is definitely a super nice card, at least to have out there, because he's a 6'9 shooting guard with his jumper on quick. His defense is great, his dunking is great, just all around super good. Michael Finley out here is actually making me think I may start the unlimited grind, because he's a John Wall that is 6'8 and plays the 2, has the wall jumper on very quick, and literally is good at everything. Like, Finley's essentially an invincible Michael Finley. It is crazy what this card can do. Then we got here LeBron James, who's the same as Invincible LeBron James, so I didn't put them both on the list. But LeBron James got the quick dribble style, which I think was the main thing that hurt him. I personally like the LeBron jumper, and I like the defense that he brings. I like how tall he is. I love the point forwardness of LeBron. It's just his LeBron dribble style really was not all it was cracked up to be, especially given, I mean, LeBron's a great playmaker. But getting the quick, I think, really changed it, and basically having every single stat, or every single badge at least gold, yeah. He's got to get up there. Kevin Durant, you kind of know what to expect out of KD. His jumper's on very quick. He's got the shifty. He's 6'9". He does what he wants. Jason Tatum has jump shot 107 on very quick, and it's probably one of the best jumpers in the game this year. Absolutely insane. And his defense is absolutely money. Tatum is just one of the best catch and shoot guys in the game. The second somebody decides to take a shot with that Tatum, it's going in, and you just got to GG it up. Hedo Turkoglu, I'm personally a massive fan of. I called him the best point forward in the game yesterday. If you want to check out the gameplay, check it out, and I personally still agree with that. Jump shot 111 feels insanely good on his Hedo Turkoglu. I've had so much fun using this card, just going out and cheesing with him, and I'm probably not going to stop anytime soon. And at 6'10", he probably is the best moving 6'10" guy in the entire game by far. Chris Mullen and Cedric, I really don't feel like I have to cover him very much. Cedric and Chris Mullen. Chris Mullen is a 6'8 Steph Curry that plays the shooting guard position, and Cedric has jump shot 3, the best jumper in the game right now, on very quick. Done and dusted. Melo jumper on very quick, 6'8, feels super smooth, has really good playmaking now, and is just one of the best pure scorers in the entire game that can still play good defense. I love Carmelo. And then we got just two more here in Bobby Jones and Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards was finally available to actually pick up with this most recent level 40. I think somebody got him yesterday, which was pretty cool. Anthony Edwards does have jump shot 80 on very quick, and I honestly think that people underrate this Anthony Edwards. He's actually disgusting. DBG was talking about him like he was a god yesterday, though he does that with everybody. And Bobby Jones is the best small forward in the entire game. The dude's like 60K right now. Like, Bobby Jones is the best defender of the game, has a crazy good jumper. His playmaking actually feels insane, but it really is the defense. You struggle literally mightily to score and on this Bobby Jones, and then he can just come right back and shoot with that Danilo Gallinari base on very quick. Bobby Jones, best small forward in the game. You can get a bunch of them for free right now. Highly recommended. The guy is just crazy. And that wraps up our small forwards tier list. This one may have been a little bit longer than some of the other tier lists that we've done, but you know, it happens when you got a bunch of them. Small forwards are just, there's so many good ones that I kind of had to take a while to list them all. But let me know what you guys think about it down in the comment section below. Remember to look at both of these tiers, and let me know your personal favorite small forward, or at least your starting small forward, down in the comment section below. Subscribe if you guys are new, all that wonderful stuff, and I will see you in the next video. Buy cheap and safe NBA 2K22 MT at NBA2King.com. You can use code Excapar, that's EXCAPAR, for 5% off your entire purchase.